Everyone has regrets in life. And if they tell you that they don't, they're lying. Every single person has done something or made some type of mistake that they think about. Have you ever had a time where you did something in particular? Excuse me. All right. Sorry, I just ate spaghetti and I want to make sure that I look good for you. But have you ever had a time where you made a particular decision that put you in a particular circumstance? And then you go home, you're not thinking about it much after it passed, or even a couple hours after it passed. But you go home, you chillin', you go and take a shower. It's like 1 a.m. or something. Or maybe you're in your bed. You could be doing whatever. But you just start thinking about that decision you made. Or thinking about that thing you said to that person. And that feeling right there is regret, my friend. The biggest thing that I learned about regret is it's all about perspective, right? See, you have two types of people in life. You have the person that does something that they regret, and then they think to themselves, damn, I regret this so much. I should have done this. I could have done that. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. You fall into that cycle of shoulda, coulda, woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda. And then you have the second person. And that person's perspective is, damn, I did that thing. I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to use that as a learning lesson for next time. And when you change your perspective, I feel like y'all a little high. Right? When you adjust your perspective, that also adjusts whether you still have that regret or not. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You see, I have a lot of regrets in my life. From not playing sports in high school to getting my locks on my hairline, so now my hairline's receding. I got this part thinning, you know, to how I treated my ex-partner. I have a lot of regrets in life. The thing with regrets is that you can't dwell in them. As my prior videos, or as I was talking about, or I should say what I was talking about in my prior videos all stack up to this, which is you can't change what happened. We already talked about that. You can't change the past. You can't change what happened. You can't do any of that. All you can do is learn from that moment and adjust your thought process. So when you're dealing with the hurt or the pain of a harsh regret that you have, something that's good that you can do is try to rechannel your energy or redirect your energy and thought process and think about what you could have done better from that regret. You know, think about all the things you've learned during that time before that regret happened or before whatever happened. Just think about the positives. I know it's hard. I know it's very hard. Trust me, I understand. I was going through it a little earlier, so my eyes might be a little red. But that's just what it is sometimes. It's going to hurt. It's going to suck. But it's going to get better. And you just use these mistakes and these regrets to learn so you don't have another regret like that, right? Because if you do, then all of that pain and suffering would basically be for nothing. That's like, let's say you and your buddy are going to war and you have a wife and kids at home. Your buddy doesn't. So you're going to war and you get deployed at this neighborhood, right? War is going on, you hear gunfire all around, and your buddy steps inside a house to clear the house. And when he steps inside, boom! You hear a big explosion. You see your buddy's legs fell off, everything. He's all blooded up. Got like an inch of life left. And you guys discover that these houses got traps. So your buddy has made that decision to go through that door and now regrets that decision. Are you going to look at your buddy while he's dying on the floor telling you, make sure you make it back home to your wife and kids? I know I'm not going to make it. Tell my mom I love him. Are you going to look at your buddy and then continue to carefree just open more doors? No. You're going to be more careful, right? And so that's the thing with these regrets. It's like, you got to be more careful. You got to use them as learning lessons. Because if you don't, and if you don't take the time to fully heal from them and fully understand why things became the way they got or whatever, then all of that pain and suffering will be for nothing. There will be no reason at all that you went through that pain and suffering, because the regret happens again and again. And it's going to keep on cycling until you learn your lesson, or until you don't have any more chances. You see, with my ex, I had a lot of chances to make things right. And don't get me wrong, it wasn't all on me, but I played a big part of it. And I would have these regrets. But since she was still in my life and we would still see each other every weekend, they kind of just hid in the corner, you know? Like, I regret that and I'm sorry for it. But hey, you're here, so you know. And eventually that snowballed into something big, because I never took the time to fully process why I regret those things, you know? And why I keep doing them. And because I didn't do that, it ended up causing the relationship to flop. And, you know, to this day, I still think about it. I still think about the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and I would fall into that cycle I was just telling y'all about. But the thing with that is that it's just so damaging. And a soul can only be damaged enough, right? So you don't want to keep on feeling sorry for yourself and thinking about how things could have been different. That's why I made the video, You Can't Change the Past. Because the faster that you accept that the past is gone, just like that, it's out of here. It is out. It is gone. Goodbye. You're never going to see it again. The only way that you are going to see it is through figments of your memory or photo or video evidence. And if you didn't take any photos or videos, then outside of your memory, technically, it didn't exist. If I went through this whole partnership, obviously it exists in my mind. And, it exists in her mind too, and the people close to me. But if I didn't have any pictures to look back on, or any paintings, or even these anime posters, take a look. Even those anime posters are, I would say, a slight Easter egg to our relationship, or what we used to have. And so my point is, going back to the topic on hand, because I'm getting carried away. These regrets that you have in life, they're always going to happen. No matter how prepared you are, or how many experiences you went through, they're still going to hit you. You're still going to do something and think about it later on, like, dang, I could have done this, or I could have done that. And so my biggest thing that I want to tell you is that do not let these regrets hit you. We're all human. We all make mistakes. Some mistakes are a lot bigger than others. Some mistakes are just horrible. But we all make mistakes. And you just gotta take it on the chin and learn from them. Because if you don't learn from them, you're just going to keep making the same mistakes. And trying to do the same thing, expecting a different result, is insanity. So, whenever you're feeling hurt about a regret that you had, or a mistake, think about why you're hurting about it, right? And obviously, everybody thinks about why they're hurting about it. Excuse me. But really think about and dig deep down to your core on why you're hurting about this mistake or this regret. And figure it out. So here, let's use an example. So for example, me, I regret not playing sports in high school, particularly football. So now we're going to ask ourselves, Chase, so why do you regret this? I regret not playing football because when I got out of high school, I realized, I always knew I was an athletic person, right? But I truly realized my athletic capabilities when I started hitting the gym. And I started getting some testosterone in my body, started getting some more muscle, and I realized how much potential I wasted. So I would think of the days back when I was in high school of how I would be scared to get hurt, and I would be scared to get out of my comfort zone, and I would be scared to try new things. It would fill me up with regret inside because I could have been a completely different person in high school. So you want to take that part, put it in a capsule, and remember that. And remind yourself of why you're hurting, right? Because you don't want to remember it in a way of saying, like, I didn't play sports in high school. But remember in a way that, damn, this is how much I regret not doing something during a time that I'm never going to get again. So how am I going to move forward from that? Am I going to continue doing the same things? Like, for example, I've been wanting to play flag football. I've been talking about it for a while, talking with my friends, and it doesn't really seem like any of them are down. Nothing wrong with that. But am I going to allow that to stop me from going and playing that sport? Am I going to repeat the same regrets that I had in high school during my 20s? No. So you hold on to that regret, you remember it, and try to just not beat yourself up over it. But remember it in a sense of, okay, I'm going to do better this time. Or for, an ex-relationship, you know that you could have done better. Hold on to that and remember, I will do better next time. Remember how you're going to do better next time. Work towards those goals. They don't just magically happen overnight. It happens through self-growth. And, whatever it is, you got to work towards it. If you're working towards becoming a better person and being a better person in a relationship, that's going to require you to dig deep in your course and see where you're at in life, see what your triggers are, see what makes you happy, what makes you sad. Be more self-aware, and that'll make you a better partner. If you wanted, you regretted not going to the gym for X many years, start today. Start going. Even if it's just 1%. 1% is better than 0%, right? Because let's say if I was regretting not playing any sports during high school, and I continue to regret that, but also not do anything about it, not even 1%, then I would be in the same exact place when I am 30 years old. 9 years from now, I will be in the same place with the same regrets, except this time it's not high school, but it's my 20s. But if I were to I bought a football, maybe go buy some cleats, and just go with the football on those cleats out to the field, and I can just do one sprint. Just one sprint, holding the football, wearing my cleats, one sprint. All right, I'm done. Let's go home. We go home, but you did something significant that day because you are now one step closer to your goal. So little progress is still progress. No progress is always going to be no progress. So just keep that in mind whenever you think about the things that you regret, and just know that it's never too late to change. It's never too late to change these things. Now, it's always too late for some things. Like, for example, the relationship. If y'all broke up and there's like no hope of reconciliation or whatever, then it's too late with that person. But it is not too late for you to learn with somebody else. It's never too late to change. It's never too late to change your ways. It's never too late to get into that hobby. It's never too late for anything. The only time that it's ever too late for something is when you breathe your last breath. But as long as you are breathing air, breathing life that God has blessed us with, it's never too late for anything. But that's it for today, guys. It's currently day 7 of 365. I did miss yesterday. That's a little regret I have that I've been thinking about. But that's life. Am I going to enter the shoulda, coulda, woulda cycle? Or am I going to do what I'm doing right now, which is change? Today I'm recording a video. Yesterday I didn't. I could have sat and moaned all day today about how I didn't record a video yesterday. And then it would have been 2 days of me not recording a video. See how it works? So hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys greatly. If you're open to it, leave a comment down below with something that you regret in life. It doesn't have to be anything big. It doesn't have to be anything major. Just whatever your heart is telling you to put out there. Go ahead. You know, right now we only got like 4 subscribers. So I'll see all the comments. And if you guys ever need somebody to talk to, I'm always here. I have no idea where this channel is going to go to, or how big it's going to get, or if it's even going to get big. But take advantage right now while it's still small. Because once it is big, it's going to be a lot harder for me to be in contact and have an intimate relationship. And not in that way, but just being able to have those one-on-ones. Well, anyways, that's it for today. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are taking care of yourself. Make sure you drink your water. And get some good sleep. Take care of yourself. Anyways, I don't have anything new on the guitar today, so I'm gonna just skip that part. But y'all be safe. I love y'all.